Samantha Busch has now shared her first public message since the death of her husband, NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, and the timing is why this update has brought the story back into focus. Her message came after days of tributes from the racing world, after NASCAR honored Kyle at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and after new public details helped explain what happened medically. But the most important part of Samantha's statement was not about adding drama. It was about thanking the people who have surrounded her family while they process a loss that reached far beyond one household. For verified entertainment updates without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. Kyle Busch died on May 21 at the age of 41. NASCAR, Richard Childress Racing, and the Busch family announced the news after Kyle had been hospitalized with what was first described publicly as a severe illness. At the time, the statement focused on the loss to his family, his race team, his fans, and the sport. Kyle was not only a two-time Cup Series champion, he was one of the most accomplished drivers in NASCAR history, with wins across all three national series and a reputation as one of the most intense competitors of his generation. In the days that followed, the public timeline became clearer. NASCAR later reported that the family said a medical evaluation found severe pneumonia had progressed into sepsis, leading to rapid complications. AP reporting based on the death certificate said bacterial pneumonia had been present for days to weeks before sepsis set in, and that the manner of death was listed as natural. Those details matter because they help separate the public record from speculation. They do not turn the story into a medical mystery, and they should not be used to guess about private decisions or private conversations. Samantha's June 5 message shifted the focus back to the family. In her Instagram post, she thanked fans, friends, and strangers for the prayers, messages, flowers, meals, hugs, and acts of kindness that had helped carry her and the children through the most difficult days. She also said the family had felt surrounded by love and support, and she thanked people for loving Kyle and honoring him. That message came after a very public moment at Charlotte Motor Speedway. On May 24, Samantha, their children Brexton and Lennox, Kyle's parents, and his brother Kurt were present as NASCAR honored Kyle during Coca-Cola 600 weekend. Kyle had been expected to compete in that race before his hospitalization. Instead, the event became one of the first major public gatherings where the sport tried to process his absence. NASCAR CEO Steve O'Donnell spoke directly to the family during the tribute, telling Samantha and the children that the sport stood with them. That moment mattered because it showed how NASCAR was framing Kyle's legacy, not only through wins and championships, but through his role as a husband, father, teammate, mentor, and figure who helped define an era of stock car racing. Another major tribute came from Richard Childress Racing. The team announced that it would suspend use of Kyle's number 8 car and run the number 33 instead. RCR also said the number 8 would be reserved for Kyle's son Brexton when he is ready to go NASCAR racing. That is one of the reasons this story has moved from a death announcement into a larger legacy conversation. The number is no longer just a car number. It has become part of how the team is publicly connecting Kyle's career to his family's future in racing. The Startline takeaway is this. Based on the timeline, Samantha's message should be understood as a public thank you during a private family loss, not as an invitation to speculate. The confirmed story is already significant. A two-time Cup champion died suddenly. NASCAR publicly honored him. The medical record clarified the cause, and his race team made a rare legacy decision involving his car number and his son. Viewers should avoid turning unconfirmed theories into facts, because the public record already explains what is known. What remains clear is that Kyle Busch's impact is being measured in more than statistics. His 234 National Series wins tell one part of the story. Samantha's message, the Charlotte Tribute, and RCR's decision around the number 8 tell another.